Welcome here to the 74th Annual Dyer County Fair, and this year we are doing it live at the fair.
Amazing.
It is. It is. It's good to see you again, and we thank you so much for everything that Dyersburg State Community College has done over the years for the Dyer County Fair, and it's just been amazing throughout this, and I'm kind of a little bittersweet for me today. This will be the last time that you and I will have an opportunity to do this. We've done this together since I think 1994.
Wow.
So we've done it a day or two, and
right.
it has been so much fun. And tell me, what's new at Dyersburg State? I mean, we've come through a pandemic. We have we're getting back really close to the pre-pandemic numbers. People are starting to with the vaccines and such. They're starting to feel a little more at ease about spending time in groups and things of that nature. And where do you see this going forward?
Yeah, we brought everyone back in person, so we have some quite a bit online anyway. But it's great to see students back, faculty are back, and so an awful lot in person. We've got a few people, students that are sick with COVID-19 or else are in quarantine. So some of them are having to Zoom in like we did a year ago. For this, but it's terrific to have everyone back, and we've got probably 120 to 130 athletes back. So and a lot of them are vaccinated. A lot of our students are vaccinated, and of course all of them in nursing and I think EMS, but at least nursing for sure to go to their clinicals will have to have the vaccine, and so that's going to be a require. I mean, the clinical locations are requiring that. So.
Well, now, speaking of that, now nursing has always been big at Dyersburg State. You guys have really done well with that, and the EMT has come along in the last few years. This is really, the healthcare industry has really spearheaded the job growth, especially, and of course, with the pandemic, it has required a lot of that, and you guys just continue to feed the need through that.
We try to, and EMT, paramedic, those students those numbers are really growing. Baker McCool is our program director. He's from the Covington area, but has really been a dynamic leader of the program. Really has set it, moving forward. So it's been really great to see, and it's great job opportunities. It's not only the hospitals and clinics, but fire departments need EMTs and paramedics, so to have all that kind of protection and support in our communities, we're getting a lot more people educated, and putting in a new lab over in Trenton, so that sometimes students take classes by Zoom or online, but they have to go to the labs to get that experience. So now they have a lab in Covington and one in Trenton and one in Dyersburg, so they can have a choice of where it's convenient for them to go.
Well, you guys have always been the leader in, I don't want to call it off-campus learning, but I want to call it with Covington, with the Jimmy Nafee Center in Covington, with the outlets that people can go to. I mean, you work through local high schools throughout West Tennessee to get classes and what have you, and then the online that has really been big in the last couple of years has really fueled utilizing technology for Dyersburg State to continue to allow people to get, I mean, there's 50 some different classes that you can get, programs, and there's you've got a whole bunch of credentials that you can get as well through Dyersburg State, and not all of them have to come here to Dyersburg to do that. You offer a lot of that off campus.
It's made us much more accessible, and it's been 30 years now. We opened our first center in Trenton 30 years ago. We opened first building at the Jimmy Naphy Center 25 years ago. So
Wow.
we're celebrating a couple anniversaries this fall. And 25 years ago, we built, I think it was about 17,000 square feet. And now we have about 120,000 square feet in Covington. And it's smaller, much smaller in Trenton, only about 15,000 square feet. But it still has enabled a lot of people, like you say, to get started on their college education.
And smaller is better in this case because you're only one teacher to like 20 or so students. So that's really really, yes, a lot of personal attention and people, when you get into a lot of these bigger colleges and universities, and I mean, I don't want to make a comparison here, but when you've got 150, 200 students per teacher, I mean, the information comes out there, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you're kind of, lost. But yeah, but at Dyersburg State, you guys have the not only the good teachers, but have the ability to work one-on-one with people as needed.
We really do, and it's made, so many of our students are first-generation students, so they don't know exactly how to deal with college right at first.
Sure.
So the smallness really does help them feel at home and find people that will help them easily.
Well, and a lot of those get some classes through high school. I know of people who have gotten really close to their completing their freshman year before they get out of high school. So that's good. And another thing that I've noticed that has been big through the years with Dyersburg State is the older learners coming back for things like career changes, for maybe getting more credentials for different types of work or what have you. What has really spearheaded most of that? Has it been pretty much the not necessarily the FAFSA, but the for
Reconnect.
Reconnect. That's what I was trying to think of.
The adult scholarships in Tennessee started in 2018, so that's helped a lot of people come back to school. And I think we have 8,000 people in Dyer County who have some college but never earned a degree.
Wow.
And we just met an alum here a few minutes ago who told us that his degree from Dyersburg State, he's now manager of some information technology department and doing really well in Nashville. So getting that degree makes a difference. Employers will pay for it and reward you for that credential.
One of the things too, you mentioned as we were talking before we started, you have a lot of athletes that have come back. Sports has really excelled at Dyersburg State, and one of the most fun things that you do is, and I think it's coming up on October 23rd, it's the Harlem Legends. Right. I remember as a kid, my dad used to take me to see these guys.
The Globetrotters.
Yeah, they were excellent. And you guys are doing that again. This will be the third time.
It is. Michael Douglas was a Globetrotter. He was our student too.
He was alum.
He was a great basketball player, got recruited and played for about 10 years for the Globetrotters. Now he works with the retired Globetrotters and has the Legends, and they tour around. And they do a lot with young people. We're going to have a clinic at 10 in the morning on that Saturday, the 23rd. In the afternoon, the show's at 3 o'clock. It's not really a game, it's a show, I think, but it's a lot of fun.
if you haven't seen this, friends, you have got to make sure you get your tickets. I know you'll want to get them early because it's sold out every time it's tried. So
the gym gets packed.
Yes, it does. That's one thing. Also, I don't want to forget to mention, you have a golf tournament coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
This is the Ed Lanham Jr. golf tournament, and that's another thing. And what is it raising money for?
It's for our athletes, so it helps them have a little bit extra. There's never enough money to do all you want to do with athletics. And we are building a new baseball, softball practice facility near our baseball field, so that building will be going up. It's going to be using the college money, state money, but contributions will be helpful too. But the tournament really does just help us provide special things for our athletes, and so it starts, I think, 11:30 with lunch out at the Lennox Event Center now on the Farms.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's always been a wonderful day, and this Friday it looks like it's going to be a high of 80 something. I mean 84 maybe.
Beautiful,
so
beautiful
dream
golf day. Yeah.
Come out and play.
That's going to be now. Rumor circulating that you could win $1 million with a hole-in-one. Is that? Did I dream that, or is that true?
You might as well come out.
I
know
would
you'll
love
be
that.
busy at the fair, but you could dash out. And,
Oh yeah. Well, that'll be during the day, so.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That would be wonderful, and that's coming up this Friday. In case you missed it, a couple other things I want to touch base with before we close. Criminal justice has been big, and I know being here at the fair, we talk about agriculture, and that's one of the tough ones really to do, because it's difficult in that arena to compete with the big dollars spent in bigger markets and so forth. So
Martin. I mean,
yes, I get that.
We get quite a few that take courses and transfer to them, so that works and that's good. But we'd like to do a whole lot more, and there's really a need for ag technology, for the production workers to know more about all the high-tech stuff they're dealing with and just other things. So we're going to keep trying to find the niche trying to meet the need, and that's a real need, I know.
Well, and with the advancements in farming and GPS and location and all of the advances in that, I had a guy tell me one time soon there was only going to be a dog and a man in the cab.
Yeah.
The man was there to feed the dog, and the dog is there to bite the man if he touches any of the controls. It's going to run itself. We were talking with a gentleman earlier who graduated in '84, I think he said, as it was called data entry at the time, but it's information technologies is what we call it now, and it's just advancing on. It's just going on.
There's no end to the need there. No, like we talked earlier, no end to the need for healthcare professionals, nurses, and EMTs. We're trying to start a surgical technology program too, so we hope we can get that up and running. So a lot of, in high school, like you mentioned, we're trying to offer students as certified nursing assistants, so they can get that done in high school and then go to the TCAT or to us and keep going in nursing or some other healthcare field. We have the certified clinical medical assistant and the patient care technician programs we're putting in high school. And we're going to put an EMT in high school too, so a student coming out of high school will have be an EMT and be able to work for a fire department or ambulance service. And the ambulance services in West Tennessee just say no end to the need. It's just
there
a great
is,
field.
and that's wonderful. And of course, even working while you're getting your education as well. If you get that by the time you come out of high school, so many kids have been able to do that, and that helps them. Even though we have grants and things of that nature, but it helps kids to get their degrees, and obviously in nursing, you at least want to finish with some kind of degree in nursing, because every degree you get, money goes up.
Another
ticket. That's right.
For sure.
The next ticket, the money goes up. So,
definitely.
And the need is there, of course.
Yeah. Oh, incredible need.
Yes.
I think there was a need for 1,000 RNs in West Tennessee before the pandemic started, and now it's probably double that.
Oh,
at
it
least,
would be.
Unfortunately, so.
Thank you so much for all you've done for us over the years here at the Dyer County Fair. I know you're retiring at the end of this year.
That's right.
We're gonna so miss you.
Thank you for
being
that.
around here, and
it's been a real pleasure, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
I've loved the job and loved this environment here, the West Tennessee region. So lots of need, and we're doing our best to address it. But
well, and thank you for the growth that you've given the college. I mean, you've greatly not only improved the college itself, but the growth of all of the campuses, not just the one here. Since you came in, when did you come?
'84. So actually, I've got those two built that are off campus.
Yes, you did.
Both of them going. So it was a struggle at first, but it worked, so it's really been worth it.
Well, thank you for your dedication and for your hard work and for, plowing ahead when
Sure enough,
when it would have
yeah.
been too easy to give up.
Yeah, well,
thank you a bunch.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
keep up all the good work too.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll be back and continue. We thank you so much for joining us here at the booth at Dyersburg State. Come on by and see it. We're going to have all kinds of fun stuff here at the Dyer County Fair, and we want to see you here.
Yeah, that's for sure. Great. Love to see everybody.